What's up, guys? John here. Titan Talk Tuesday in full effect. So, blessed to be here another Tuesday. Thank goodness. And we got a lot of things to talk about. First off, let's get into the weekend wrap-up, right? I'll wait for everybody to join us. Everybody that's joining in. If you're on YouTube, please press subscribe and hit the ring bell at the top so you get the notifications. Instagram, tag 3 of your friends. And if you're on Facebook, please share this at least once to a group, to a friend, to anybody that might get some educational tips from Titan Talk Tuesday. I'm here for you guys, so I'm going to talk about a lot of different things today. We're going to go over the weekend wrap-up, some peptide talk, growth hormone substitutes. We always get that question. Do you guys have growth hormone? How can they help me? What's the best thing? So we will go over that. We'll go over the poll question. We'll go over some Q&A for you guys. And we'll talk about some of the different things that you did. So, Bars the Barber, 28. Just did my first blood work done last week. Awesome. I hope you've got your results. If you haven't, please call or text. Our medical assistant should be reaching out to you guys. If you guys don't know, we do blood testing nationwide. So anywhere you're at in the United States, we can help you. We can set you up in a lab in your area. All you have to do is call or text 727-389-3220. We can also offer you guys help and treatment. So whether it's hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox like glutathione, or ED medications like libido enhancers, we have all types of different therapies to customize personal regimens for our patients. So we just need to know what you guys want to do, what goals you guys want to accomplish, and we will help you do that. The medical providers here, our first-class therapies, will definitely help you out. All right, so look good, feel good, perform better. Titan Medical Center, that's what we're here to do for you guys, all right? John, question, if I'm allergic to a certain carrier oil, can you guys compound pharmacy switch it for me? So, what oil are you usually allergic to? Is it grapeseed oil? Usually some pharmacies do sesame oil. Grapeseed oil has been pulled from most of the compounding pharmacies as far as that goes, so you won't see it. So sesame, yeah, there are some different blends of testosterone that have some different oils in them. So if there's a certain one that maybe you're allergic to, that's what we're here for. It should be a customized type thing. So please let us know. You guys can call or text 727-389-3220 to sign up for blood work. Ask us about some of our vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, hormone replacement, rejuvenation detox, and all those other things that I listed for you guys. So I really want to get into you guys. So let's get into the show. Titan Talk Tuesdays officially. Let's go. All right. So we can wrap up. If you did not follow us on Instagram or Facebook or some of our social media platforms out there, we were at the Daytona Classic down in Daytona. Cody's in that picture out there. So we met a lot of different people that knew about Titan Medical Center. There was very few that really didn't, honestly. We got to meet Mr. Olympia up person, so a big shout out to him. It was awesome getting to meet him and talking to him. Brandon Curry, if you guys didn't know who Mr. Olympia was, he was the Open Mr. Olympia champion this last year. So big ups to him. He looked great. Talked to him. Real nice guy. Real down to earth. Took pictures with everybody out there. So it was really cool as far as that goes. The show was ran awesome. So Mike Matassa, awesome show by you. What's up? How you guys doing out there? Everybody's joining. Pat, my man, the Punisher's out there sweeping the streets in Pennsylvania. What's up, dude? So at that point, yeah, the Daytona Classic was awesome. We got to hit the beach. If you guys didn't see some of the pictures, some of our friends in that place in that Daytona Classic. So big ups to them. So it was really cool. Got some fun in the sun. You know, we were out there just, living a little Titan lifestyle, all just relaxing, kind of buying together, getting some sun. It was really cool. We got some pictures on the beach and stuff. So if you guys haven't checked it out, check it out on Facebook and Instagram. Some of the pictures on the story and stuff. I'll be actually posting some of the stuff in the album on Facebook so you guys can see like maybe all the photos that we had or some of the photos that were done by yours truly. All right, so let's get into the therapy of the week. So therapy of the week, again, was thymosin beta 4 or TB500, okay? We're going to release thymosin alpha 1. That's what the one we really want to do. But TB500 is another great one that we want to talk about again. And we'll talk about peptides in general for the next couple of weeks. Peptides are an emerging thing in the anti-aging or the performance field. As far as we go, it's going to do a lot of different things for different patients and get them a lot of different results. First thing you're going to ask me, if maybe you don't know, is what are peptides and so on. So that's all they are. They're just sequences of amino acids that produce results. So TB500 in general. So what is TB500? TB500 is a healing peptide. TB500 comes with the thymus gland in the brain. So at that point, it comes from your body. So this is a synthetic version of it. It's a fragment of TB4, right? So at that point, thymosin beta 4 is a fragment of it. So it's basically the same thing, works the exact same thing, or exact same way chemically. So that's why we see TB4 or thymosin beta 4 or TB500. It's the exact same thing. So I don't want to get you guys confused. What it does is it creates new blood vessels. It works on the cellular level. It can work systemically. That means it can work throughout the whole entire body. So if you inject it, subcutaneously in the stomach, it should work throughout the body and actually travels. One of the fastest proteins can travel through bloodstream. So at that point, that's how it works. Now, I always say, you can always inject it anywhere. You usually do want to inject them closer to the areas. I know we say that with BPC-157 because that does not work systemically, but this one does. You do want to inject closest to the area though, right? And it works systematically or together with BPC-157, so you guys can get an ultra healing result from these. Faster results. Now, TB500 is banned by WADA, so it's a World Anti-Aging Doping Agency. So they regulate all sports as far as Olympics or any major sporting event. At that point, they have their standards of what they consider banned substances by athletes, and they should not use them. TB500 is one of those substances. Now, it's for the healing factor, right? But they also say that it can work kind of like growth hormone as far as helping you build lean muscle, endurance factor. So that's good for performance. So if you have longer endurance, you could do these exercises or activities at a longer rate and get better results with faster healing time, faster repair time. So that's great, right? Especially with muscles. TB500 is great for muscles, ligaments, connective tissue. So at that point, it works very, very well. Now, BPC-157 is not banned by WADA. So if you're an athlete and stuff, you can possibly take the BPC-157 and not be doing anything that's banned. So that's another option for you guys if you guys are looking for healing peptides and you guys are athletes. These are good things to know because you guys don't want to get in any trouble. We don't want to get in any trouble. So it's always best to do things the right way. And that's what Titan is all about. Doing things the right way, getting you guys the healthiest, right? Best results you can possibly get for the best bang for the buck too as well. But first class things all the way through, that's what we want to do for you guys. All right, so knowledgeable. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for all joining in. I hope you guys have took in some more information from our pages or website. If you guys haven't checked out the website, www.titanmedicalcenter.com. It's fully revamped. You guys will love it. A lot of information on there. You guys can buy all the gear. Speaking of, I'm going to give away some Titan gear at the end of this, so please stay tuned and hold on to the end. We will be doing the giveaway for you guys, so you guys can do it. $550 it is. Yeah, okay, all right. So $550 it is. So was that your testosterone level, Bars the Barber, or not? I don't know. What's up, DC Baker? How you doing? All right, so we talked about these healing peptides. Now, there's more peptides out there. All right, so like MK677, ibutamoren. We talk about human growth hormone all the time, and it always gets brought up. Do you guys do human growth hormone? Can I get a prescription for human growth hormone? What does human growth hormone do? How can it really help? And my answer to them is we don't do human growth hormone here. So our doctors are not prescribing human growth hormone. There's a couple reasons why. The DA looks down on it. We don't want to prescribe it for those reasons. They don't want to prescribe for anti-aging. They don't want to prescribe for healing. It just is what it is. So it's made for a couple different things like dwarfism, adult growth hormone deficiency disorder, and a few others. So at that point, we really don't prescribe it for anti-aging or healing or helping in any way, shape, or form. It's just not there. Plus, the price put on it. Some patients are like, man, like some of these therapies can be kind of pricey. Well, they have no idea what real growth hormone costs because real growth hormones are very, very expensive. So at that point, a month supply of growth hormone per se can cost you anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. That's a month. You guys better be prepared to pay a lot of money if you do find it, okay? Because insurance rarely covers it, and they do want a diagnosis code usually of what's going on. What up, Big Drew? my man Big Drew's on there. If you guys haven't seen it, me and Big Drew been kind of taking over some of these events when we've been going out of town, doing our thing, trying to live the lifestyle, the Titan lifestyle all the way through. We're working on something very, very special here. 7 weeks, we will come out with it hopefully and show you guys what it's all about in 7 weeks. Our undercover Titan project, right? We love doing things like this and just showing results afterwards. Big Art back there doing his thing. You guys see him? Bam. All right. So, human growth hormone is very expensive. It's hard to get prescribed by anybody, especially us. You're not going to get it prescribed, so don't ask. Now, what can we do for you? So, we talked about MK677 or ibutamorenone. That is a great peptide, right, that can raise IGF-1 levels. It's basically an oral form of IGF-1. And I don't say it's not an oral form of IGF-1, but it is an oral GHRH, a growth hormone releasing hormone, all right? So that is exactly what it is. So at that point, growth hormone releasing hormone is going to help you stimulate your pituitary to release your own growth hormone so that you can produce more IGF-1 in the liver when it converts. And IGF-1 is what you're going after. So when you're blood testing, you're looking at IGF-1 levels. I see people all the time that want to take some of these things, whether they're getting it from us or somebody else, and they don't really want to do a baseline. Well, you don't have to do a blood test through us to get MK677, but you always want to look at baselines. You want to see where you started and where you're going to go, or where you should go. And at that point, you can make a more valid and educated decision. Plus, you know what's going on. You're not playing Frankenstein. You're not doing any guessing. You actually have substantial evidence, or you have blood testing to show you, hey, listen, I was here. I was doing the exact same thing. Now I added this on top. Now, this blood test within 30 or 60 days or 90 days, whatever it may be, you can see, hey, listen, I've increased. This has went up. This has done really well. So I want to continue on with this. Or this did not work very well. Let's go on to something else. Maybe there's different options out there. So that's another one. Along with CJC 1295 and ipamorelin, those are peptides as well, and those are the injectable version of GHRH and GHRP. Those will help also. So I always talk about the substitutes. These are great substitutes you guys can use. If you guys have any more questions about them, please contact us. But I wanted to go over those things in particular with you guys, right? So let's talk about some of the different things. You know, let's kind of get off from this. If you guys have questions, please throw them at me and I'll answer them. But I was, just going about yesterday, and I'm like, all right, so every day it seems like it is a national day this or a national day that. National Donut Day, National Dog Day, National Sunday, National whatever day. Every day is like a paid national holiday. It's like Hallmark holidays every day. I feel like we've diluted the national day or national holiday with some of these things. I think it's just too much and too abundant. I know I don't take them serious anymore. It's like, it's National Donut Day. I need to go eat a donut. Or National Steak Day. I need to go eat a steak. I'll eat a steak anyway, or maybe even a donut. You never know. But I don't want to have to just rush and do these things. So I think it's just a little played out. What do you guys think about it? You guys think it's played out? I mean, it's a little different, right? National this, national that. I mean, literally, I couldn't keep up with it if I really, really wanted to. But I guess whoever came up with it and whoever's making these national days has got to be making some money somewhere. So my hat's off to you guys for monetizing on national days. So every day should be National Titan Day. I'm going to put that up. It should definitely be National Titan Day, for sure. All right. So, number of people that believed in us when we started. So this is crazy, right? So when we started, really hardly nobody ever believed in us, even our parents. It was kind of like, you guys are going to do what, and this is going to do what. Nobody could really wrap their head around what we were going to do or how we were going to do it. So that kind of knocked a lot of people off block, like, you guys aren't going to do it. You know how many no's we heard? Either from those from our parents, no's from people we were saying we were going to do this business with, doctors, everybody across the board. And it was always no, or you guys aren't going to do that, or it's just going to take a lot more than you guys are going to be able to throw at it. So we defied the odds, we did what we had to do, and we created Titan Medical Center. So a lot of the naysayers out there, unbelievers, I kind of shake off. You know, I've been through this almost 7 years. I've had a lot of people say, you guys aren't going to be around, we're going to take you out, or this or that, or whatever it may be. Some kind of hate, and I don't even like to use that word, but it's because some sort of hate or jealousy or some sort of faction that wants to go against Titan Medical Center, or me and Sharice in particular. Well, that's fine. I go ahead and try. Like I said, we've been doing this. So at that point, I always disregard the naysayers, and I just concentrate on the positive. What do we need to do to be better? What do we need to do to set ourselves apart? And what can really help our patients or help Titan Medical Center get to the next level and be that, just grueling force, that's going to be there no matter what. And I think we have through thick or thin. Bars the barber, please call us in. I'll go over this with you personally, or one of them. one of the girls in back, all right? I want to do that. All right, it is done. Yes, it's done. It's very, very done for the National Day. So events coming up. We got 2 really cool events. So WCFL is this Saturday. Yep. That's a World Championship Fight League. Rafael Garcia, my man. This is the first one we're actually doing with him. So it's in Tampa. We're very happy and proud to be a part of it. We're anxious to see what's going to be going on. So it's this Saturday, October 5th, 2019. It's going to be in Tampa, Florida.
Brian Glazer.
What is it?
Brian Glazer Family JCC.
Okay, so at the Brian Glazer Family JCC here in South Tampa, it'll be going on times. I think it starts at 8 p.m.
5 p.m. until 12.
Excuse me, 5 p.m. until 12. Thank you, I appreciate that. 5 p.m. until 12. Brian Glazer Family Center JCC in South Tampa. We will be there. Titan Medical Center will be there. I think the Ring girls are even going to be wearing some Titan Medical Center clothing. So if you guys haven't checked out that clothing, we did an awesome fashion show. We've got some of that clothing online so you guys can buy it. We sell it all the time. So get yours. So what happens next after I have my blood drawn? In-office consultation? So what happens is, this is what happens. So let's say you guys want to get a blood test through Titan Medical Center. You've got 2 options when you get the blood test. You can get the blood test, and when we get the results back, if you just want the results, we can give you the results. We can send the results. We'll briefly just go over, hey, what's going on them, and send them over to you. Number 2, if you want treatment or if there's something that comes back on there, we can set up a consultation with our doctors or medical providers that will be able to help you or treat you. So if you're in the area or you want to fly in, please, you can come on in the office at Titan Medical Center. We have a beautiful office, 4,400 square foot. It's right on the water. You guys will love it. I'll give you guys a special prize if you guys do come in, some special Titan gear or something like that, if you guys can't come in. So FaceTime if you have an Apple iPhone or product, or you can do Skype with our medical providers, our pharmacies that we use, that we do not own, okay? The pharmacies that we use are U.S. licensed pharmacies that will ship directly to your doorstep, okay? Or your business or whatever it may be. So I hope that answers your question, Beefcake. It's a real simple process. Whatever you guys need as far as that goes, we're here for support. Call, text, email. We have medical staff always here and medical providers to answer questions. If there's an issue, you want to talk to us about a therapy that possibly might work out for you better, we can help you out. The whole point of us being here is for you to tell us what's going on, the goals you're trying to reach, and for us to try to help you reach those or attain those goals in the healthiest way possible, right? Whether it's you want to look good, you want to perform better, you want to be a Superman in the bedroom, we can definitely help you. Females, libido enhancers for both males and females. So I talk about some of these peptides with another one. It's PT-141. So PT-141 is really cool. It's a libido enhancer. It's a libido enhancer. You can work with other ED libido enhancers, such as sildenafil, which is Viagra, or tadalafil, which is Cialis. Now, you can mix these with a lot of different things. When you mix PT-141, now PT-141 works in libido. It works a little bit differently than Viagra or Cialis, the sildenafil or tadalafil I just mentioned. The blood down there, and that's how it works. It works in the vascular system. Whereas PT-141 works on the nervous system. So you're hitting the libido faction of it in 2 different ways. So when you're using PT-141 with a sildenafil or tadalafil, you are hitting the libido with nervous system and with the vascular system. So it's really cool. It's a different way. It's obviously, it's actually, the PT-141 has been FDA approved, a part of it, for women's libido enhancement. So you can actually get this prescribed through a manufacturer. It's really expensive if you do it like that. Or you can get something through us, the PT-141, and it's actually mixed with another ED libido enhancer that could probably give you a little bit more pleasure. Now, with the vascular system, with the way that sildenafil, which is Viagra, or tadalafil, which is Cialis, works, is pushing blood down to the extremities. So you're pushing blood into, let's say it's the male to the penis, you're getting a harder erection, right? Some people lose sensitivity in that because they get too much blood that goes there. I am one of those people. So at that point, my wife, Charisse, does not like me to take those things because it's kind of numb and it's just, banging a hole into a wall. And I hate to be crude the way I say it, but that's kind of what it is. Whereas if you can go into more mental or to the nervous system, you might get more feeling, you might get more pleasure, and you might get a better orgasm. For females, the way sildenafil and all that works, extremities, it pushes down the blood to the extremities as well. So pushing more blood down there will make things more sensitive usually to females, and that will help with orgasms or with better pleasure, right? All right, so Beefcake, I'm currently been in TRT for 2 years. For some reason, my primary care in Georgia recommended I start taking natural testosterone boosters. Would there be a reason for this, or should I just go get treatment with Titan? So this is great. I'm glad you're bringing this up. Mr. Beefcakes85, shout out to you. All right, so he's going into his primary care. So are you on TRT through your primary care? Because it says I'm currently on, all right, so I am a little bit confused. You're on TRT for 2 years. For some reason, your primary care doctor here wanted you to start a natural testosterone boosters. So are you counting the natural testosterone boosters as your TRT? That's the question I have. Now, let's answer it either way. So if the doctor has told you, or primary care, to get on natural testosterone boosters, what are they recommending to you, right? Because usually doctors don't know too much about supplements. They just don't, unless they're really in tune to it. They take them. They're in this kind of field where they're dealing with them, the injectables and stuff like that. You really can get a doctor kind of off guard when you start talking about all these different supplements. The next thing is natural testosterone boosters. So anything sold over counter in GNC or anything like that, we've never even seen work as a natural testosterone booster. We've seen plenty of blood tests, thousands come through in the years, and a lot of guys have honestly went that route or tried that route because they want every available option. They possibly didn't want to inject themselves or were scared or whatever it may be. So they've tried these different things in the beginning. We've had no effect as far as that goes. I think, what up, Eric? I think if I seen a natural testosterone booster that really worked through blood work, and I know for a fact it worked, I think I would invest in it, as far as that goes, because I think it would be worthy to use. If there was an oral version that really, really stimulated something like that, that would be cool. That was sold over the counter. But I think, honestly, at that point, if you have low testosterone levels, they're only going to get lower through time. We know that it's going to decrease over every year, right? At least 1%. And now where are you at the starting line? Are you at 800? Are you at 300? Are you at 246? It all depends, and everybody's different. That's why blood testing is so crucial. And I present it and I push it to everybody. Expensive pricing across the country as far as these blood tests. And we can a la carte test. So not only just testing full panels, but what if you've tested a full panel and one thing on that panel, one test came back irregular? So let's say it was your estrogen levels, and your estrogen levels were really, really high. You can just retest the estradiol or sensitive estrogen levels in the body, and you can just tweak that medication to reflect on the blood test to get you the level that you want, or the healthy level that you should be at. And that's key. Thank you guys. Everybody that's joining, I appreciate you guys. Please share. Please tag people. If you guys are on here, please press subscribe on YouTube. So we were talking about these things. So at that point, natural testosterone boosters, I haven't seen any work. If you guys know any good ones, let me know. And I really, really do want a blood test and see them work on paper, not just a placebo effect. It's not about that. We want to see numbers in blood tests rising. We want to see symptoms going away or alleviated, and we want to see the product as far as are you losing weight? Are you feeling better? Are you getting morning erections? Because all this stuff you guys should be getting. If you're on testosterone replacement therapy, you should be getting all the benefits without any of the negative or minimal side effects. And one big thing I do want to bring up to you guys, because this is very important, right? And I've seen this stuff the last week or so, and it's just come up, and I think it's just like a flag or something from God telling me, please share this with everybody. So I'm going to share it with you guys again and again and again. So when you're on testosterone replacement therapy, whether it's a cream, whether it's injectable, whether it's oral, let's remember a couple different things. One thing is you might produce more red blood cells. Hemoglobin hematocrit are probably going to rise. At that point, we want to make sure that you guys are monitoring this, because at that point, the viscosity in it is going to be so thick that you might not be able to pump it through. Now, what happens when your blood gets real thick like this? This can cause negative things to your health, even terminal things like death, right? So you can have a possible stroke. You can die. You can have a blood clot. You can have an embolism. You can have a lot of these different things that you can avoid. Now, how do you avoid these things when you're in testosterone replacement therapy? First, whoever's doing your testosterone replacement therapy, as far as the medical provider, should be monitoring you correctly. That means they should be blood testing you. You should be able to communicate with them if you're having any negative symptoms or side effects. One is being lethargic. So if you're getting lethargic after being on testosterone replacement therapy, it could be either estrogen levels or it can be a high hemoglobin hematocrit. So you want to make sure that you're monitoring yourself as well as them monitoring you, right? The second thing is HRT maintenance. This is what I call HRT maintenance. So get this down. So your body is like a car. It needs maintenance as far as this goes. So what you should do is, if you're on testosterone replacement therapy, is you should go do a blood donation. A blood donation is going to be able to thin out that blood, all right? And at that point, the hemoglobin, hematocrit, and the red blood cell count will come down. Now, if these levels are so high after you do one donation, the levels might still be high. At that point, you might need to go in another 30 days and do another donation. Or if you guys cannot give donations, I came across somebody who told me, hey, listen, I went to Africa or a different country like that. I had to take some medications that they would not let me do a blood donation with. So if you're in that situation, what should happen is your medical provider, whoever's doing hormone replacement therapy or testosterone replacement therapy for you, should write you a therapeutic phlebotomy slip. And what that is that's a prescription from a doctor telling the lab that they must draw this much blood from you. The reason is because we do not want the hemoglobin, hematocrit, and red blood cell count to go any higher. We don't want your blood to get thick, and we do not want anything to happen to you. And your provider who's watching over you should do the exact same thing. Now, question it if your provider is only checking on you one time a year. I know places that only run blood tests on patients one time a year. You see the patient, or the doctor sees the patient one time a year. Guys, you guys are not getting monitored properly, and within that year, within 6 months, you could have problems. And that is what we do. We do 6 months, and that's like the maximum. So 3 months, you should probably look. 6 months, that's it. That's definitely the end period of where you should be looking. Do blood, make sure you're doing it. So you're doing hormone replacement therapy or TRT replacement therapy for what reasons? Quality of life, to feel better, to get all the benefits, right? So why do yourself a disservice by not monitoring this and getting all the benefits, and none of the negative side effects? So make sure you guys are just monitoring yourselves. I want to push into your brain, red blood cell count, hemoglobin, hematocrit, check it, right? And this should be on a total blood cell count. You guys should be able to get this blood test done by any doctor out there, including us. So please check it out. Okay, Ilmatic. I started testosterone a few years ago. Dumb was able to get a hold of it. Now cruising, 34 years old. Okay, so Ilmatic. So you got to make sure your testosterone levels are good, optimal, free, and total. Make sure your estradiol levels are good, so your estrogen levels aren't too high, and making sure you're good, rock and rolling. I hope you are healthy at what you're doing. What's up, Chad? How you guys doing? How's everybody doing out there? So we went over a lot of different things. We can wrap up some peptides like TB500, BPC-157, those healing peptides, how they work and how they can help you. We went over, some of the human growth hormone substitutes as far as peptides go, as far as MK677, which is ibutamorenone, which is a GHRH, a growth hormone releasing hormone, along with CJC1295 and ipirellin. So those are really, really good substitutes. Cost factor as far as putting that against growth hormone is a fraction of the cost. It should give you great results and not the negative side effects that some growth hormone can do at levels if you do take it. So at that point, look into those. If you have questions on them, you guys can call or text, right? Slyraki, test levels, doctor wasn't happy, gonna get blood work. Yep, blood work, definitely level yourself out, for sure. You don't want them skyrocketed. All right, so events coming up. This weekend we said WCFL and the PCA USA Finals. All right, Beefcake. Should I draw my sample before my next injection? If you're a patient, Beefcake, please call or text. I want to make sure that I'm telling the right information. I'm going back and forth with you, and I don't want to go back and forth with you on here. So please call or text. I'll answer any questions you have. All right. So PCA USA Finals. My man Ian Harris has put it on Lakeland, Florida this Sunday. Full day show. Titan Medical Center will be in the building. We'll be presenting some trophies out there, hanging out, representing with the PCA USA out there. Great, great group. And a lot of people are going to be excited because people are going to win money, right? These guys are amateurs winning money. That's cool. Second thing is I think these guys are going to qualify to go to England. So whoever wins, I think they get on the PSA USA team, and they're going to go to England to really go against the big dogs over in Europe. And I heard Europe's is not that easy. And PCA USA is really, really dominant or bigger out there in Europe as well. So I'm really anxious to see who goes and how well they do. I know Ian Harrison's very serious about it. He's a hell of a guy. He was a hell of an athlete, IABB pro that was, on the Olympia stage. He knows what he's talking about, so it's going to be really cool. So if you guys are out Lakeland, or you guys want to join us, Saturday, WCFL Fight League, okay? And we will be doing that at the Brian Glazer Family Center, JCC Family Center, South Tampa. And we will be in Lakeland for the PCA USA Finals. So that's what it is, guys. Big prize money out there, so come check it out, right? All right, so poll question. What do we have for poll question this week?
You're going to be surprised by how many people answer this one.
What's the most common injury you've ever had?
Ready?
This is serious, right?
Over 40 people answered this question.
Wow.
On the weekly news.
So we had shoulder, neck, back, knee, golf, tennis, elbow, more than one of those, and all of them. Oh, wow. So what is the most common injury that you've ever had, right? So this is the most common thing. So common thing you get mostly all the time, I guess, right? Shoulder was the biggest one. Shoulder. Back and neck came into second. Knee came into third. Fourth was golf, tennis, elbow. And that was tied with more than one of those or all of those. All right, so let's talk about it. So we talked about some of these healing peptides today. And this is great. This honestly went right along with it. So the most common injuries. So we talk about shoulder injuries. Who has not had a shoulder injury? It's going to be very, very minimal guys, right? A lot of guys have had a lot of shoulder injuries. Me, myself, is one of them. As an athlete, I hurt my shoulder as playing sports my whole life, coming up, now lifting weights and stuff like that. It's going to put some damage, some wear and tear on the shoulders. So shoulders, especially with bench press or some of these different movements, shoulder presses, you can definitely hurt the shoulder. And once you tweak the shoulder, it's really, really hard to get over because you use your shoulder for a lot of different things. And you don't notice when you use these muscles or ligaments or tendons or anything like that, or arm or leg, until you don't have it, right? Until you can't use it. You're like, damn, man, I didn't know how much I used my arm. But it's serious. So when we talk about these healing peptides, especially with the shoulder, man, I've had so many shoulder injuries. So at that point, using the TB500, the BPC-157, worked tremendously. And when I had the BPC-157, this was like 2 years ago, and that was out before the TB500. I used that by itself, and it worked awesome just by itself. So I didn't even need the two, right? I had a rotator cuff. It was like a rotator cuff injury. It was like a push type injury. So like if you were pushing bench press or you're pushing your weights up or forward straight, you would just get this tweak on the inside of your shoulder. Man, the pain. And I couldn't even do 25 pounds. So I rehabilitated back with a BPC-157. And it worked very fast. I think I documented, I think it was over like 6 to 7 weeks. And I was back to 100% at that point, lifting the weight that I lift, which I benched maximum between 275, 315 when Drew's with me because he pushes me. But at that point, that's where it is. I don't ever go above that. I know that's a little bit of higher weight at 315, but 275 is perfect for me, and I can do that with no problems, without a spotter, without any problems. So at that point, I know I'm not going to hurt myself. It's when you start going higher, you start pushing yourself to levels you never have, and sometimes those injuries happen. Or it's just a freak accident type thing. You might walk a certain way and sprain an ankle, or push a certain way and wasn't warm and hurt yourself there. So awesome for shoulders, right? Definitely great for shoulders. Back and neck. So back and neck get hurt a lot of different ways. I guess if you're hurt and do a back exercise or neck exercise, another way a lot of people do hurt their back and neck, to be honest with you, is traps. So they start working their traps and they overflex, or they flex the wrong way, or something tightens up. And at that point, they hurt their back or neck. Car accidents, I know a lot of people get whiplash and stuff like that. Back and neck. I mean, I definitely have some problems with my neck and back because of car accidents. So at that point, that's a big one. So watch out for that. Don't put that aside. If you're getting those accidents, make sure you're rehabilitating yourself. So there's plenty of ways that you can find to rehabilitate your neck, your back, your shoulders, and knee. Knee's another one. So TB500, BPC-157, golf, tennis elbow. Man, I had that in the same arm, my right arm. You inject that, literally it was gone. It's going to be great for inflammation as far as taking these things away too. So all these pretty much, you're going to get great relief with TB500 and BPC-157. So you can use these healing peptides to actually help with a lot of these different injuries, or maybe to heal faster without going into long periods of time without having to work out, because that sucks. I know how it is not to be active because you have an injury. You just have to lay there. You just have to do something else. It really does. It sucks, and it kind of depresses you. Don't let it get you down. Just do a little bit of weight. Rehabilitate yourself. Use some of these different things that you have options for, and you guys will feel better a lot faster and hopefully come back a lot stronger, okay? All right, that's where I got my shoulder. The car wrecks are the worst, man. They're definitely the worst. Matthew Wolf, thank you for the support. We appreciate you all the way. Thank you. All right, but as well as candy commercial. All right, card and candy commercial. All right, great episode. Thank you, Andreas. National Titan Day. Stacy knows every day is National Titan Day. So what it is. So guys, I think that's enough. I think we've covered pretty much everything for you guys. We've went over some of these peptides. I went over therapies of the week, which was TB500, substitutes for growth hormone, National Day, Titan Day every day, not National Chocolate Day or Steak Day or whatever it is tomorrow. So guys, keep it locked. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, share it, subscribe, hit the notifications at the top right of all these social medias to stay in tune. They like to block us out. They want you guys, once you guys do press subscribe, not to even show you the notification that we're going to be popping up. So don't let them do that. Don't let them push the little guys down. Let us get this information out there and help a lot of people, all right? I'm John from Titan. I appreciate every one of you out there. If you guys have any questions, concerns, please direct message us on one of these forums or social medias, and we'll be happy to get back to you or answer it next Titan Talk Tuesday. Plus, Titan Lifestyle, me and Big Drew, this Friday, we're coming at you. Tune in. We're talking about everything. Not Titan, all Titan. We're just here to talk with you guys about normal stuff. All right, guys. I'm John from Titan. I appreciate it, and I'm out.